When I was a little kid, my grandpa died. So my family went to the funeral home to see the body. When we got there, my Uncle Dale was waiting for us in the viewing room, and my dad and uncle were really sad because it was their father who had died. And my sister and I were really scared because we had never seen a dead body before. And my mom was all nervous because she was a first-generation Italian Catholic. And my dad's side of the family wasn't anything in particular. So she was concerned about what was going to happen at this non-denominational viewing. To her surprise, Uncle Dale pulled out a 35mm camera to take a picture of the body. Clearly a photography pro, he moved in on the coffin, gauging with his light meter and taking a couple of warm-up shots. He found he was having trouble getting a really good overhead view. So my dad grabbed a chair for him to stand on. And even on the chair, he still wasn't getting the shot that he wanted. So he kicked off his shoes and stepped into the coffin. My mom was mortified and dragged my sister and I out of the room. And luckily, I never had to see my uncle straddle my grandpa in his coffin. After the photo shoot was over, we were allowed back into the viewing room. And by this time, my grandma had arrived, and she saw that I was really scared. So she coaxed me over to the coffin and said, "There's nothing to be afraid of. It's just Grandpa's body." And to demonstrate this, she reached into the coffin and picked up his arm and let it drop with a thud. And she said, "See? It's just like he's sleeping." No, it's not. No, it's not just like he's sleeping. He's dead. Even though I was really little, I could tell he was dead. Dead looks really different from sleep. I'm really afraid of death. Aren't you? No one here is afraid of death, except me. Is anyone afraid of death? Yes? Okay. Just me and one other person. Well, I am really afraid of death, and I thought if we needed to take a break from death tonight, I brought this bag of non-death related stories that I can tell for a temporary diversion. So don't worry about interrupting me. I completely understand. If anyone needs a break, apparently only one person will need a break, but if anyone has a change of heart and needs a break, just yell out "break," and you can reach into this bag and pull out a story, and we'll have a little break. If it isn't bad enough that the people you love die, your pets die too. And it doesn't hurt any less, even if it's a little hamster named Mimi that, say, for example, you got as an adult because she was super cute. And because Mimi was a mammal, it made it all the more easier to love her deeply. So when Mimi recently died, you felt like your heart had been ripped out of your chest, and the thought of bringing another pet into your life is completely terrifying. Yeah, right? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So you did. You had a hamster that died?